get going, that I hope you guys are having as much fun as you can and keeping nice and safe, and I miss you all very much. Anyway, today, Brie is going to be taking part in the cooking baking challenge that Castle School have been putting on YouTube. I have been inspired by Rachel's pan pizzas and Hannah's chocolate brownies. Today, Brie will be making chocolate fudge. Now, Brie is much better at swimming than baking, but she's going to give it a go, so we'll see how this chocolate fudge goes. Brie has got an apron on, and she also has her slippers on, but that's okay. Anyway, before you get going, please make sure that you ask an adult for help and that you wash your hands, okay? Let's get going! Woo! Okay guys, here is the ingredients that you'll need. Not many at all. So, there is 400 grams of dark chocolate. Now, I've got buttons, Bourneville chocolate buttons, but that's okay. You can use a slab of dark chocolate or whatever you want, as long as it's 400 grams. But you can also use milk or white chocolate, but the recipe says that it's less tasty and less richer, so I recommend dark chocolate. Next, we have 100 grams of icing sugar. Then, 25 grams of butter. And lastly, 397 grams of condensed milk. Now, one of these tins is 397 grams, so that's all you need. These 4 ingredients. Amazing. Okay guys, these are the utensils that you're going to need for your bake. So you can see there's a sieve, a tin opener. This is going to be for you to open your tin of condensed milk, so please ask for help for this. Scales to measure out your ingredients, a saucepan to do the melting of your ingredients, and a wooden spoon. Also, parchment paper. This is to help put in your tins to stop the fudge sticking when you take it out of the fridge. Okay. In the recipe, it says a 20 centimeter square tin. I don't have a 20 centimeter square tin, therefore I've used circles. Please, you can use whatever you want, triangle, hexagon, diamond, as long as it's a tin, I think it'll be fine. And if it's not 20 centimeters, that's fine too. You can just use another one to put the extra mixture in if you need to. The other things that I've got that you will need is a fridge and your hob, okay? That's all you will need. Okay guys, we're at the hob stage of baking our fudge, okay? So, first of all, I forgot to say, if you do buy a slab of chocolate, break it up into little pieces. Because this is buttons, I don't feel like I need to do so. So, please be careful. Whack in your buttons, woohoo! Okay, next we're gonna go for the 397 grams of condensed milk. We're gonna whack that in as well, ready? Brie's got to be careful. Okay. Maybe a spoon. Bear with me, just to get that up. Add this to your utensil list. Spoon the rest of that out and put that in there. 397 grams. Nearly in there. Make sure you get all of it. You don't want to miss any. Okay, awesome. I reckon that will do. Boom. Put that to one side. I'll show you. Okay, should look like that. And then next we're going to put in, I believe it's the butter. So ready? The butter goes in. Remember that you've washed your hands. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to show you. Do not touch your face or your hair with the butter. Okay, look. Awesome. So now you need to put on your hob. Please ask an adult to help you. To a low kind of medium heat, okay? So we can melt this. Make sure that you turn on your cooker. That is a great start. And then turn that hob on to a low medium heat. So my hob goes up to 1 to 4. So I'm going to put it in between 2 and 3 to make it a low medium heat. Maybe a little bit lower, between maybe 2 and 3, that kind of area. Okay, so I'm going to let that melt now. So I'll show you what it is like when I'm done. Make sure you use your spoon and stir it as much as you can, just to make sure that it's melting nicely. And we want this to be smooth and silky, okay? I'll just give you a little look at what it looks like when it's mixed, okay? Make sure that you're not touching the hob and realise that it's going to be quite hot, okay? We want this to be smooth and silky, but also, if you don't have a hob, I forgot to say this, and if you want it to be a little bit quicker, you can put it in the microwave, in a bowl, a microwave-proof bowl, a microwavable-proof bowl, and then you can do it on blast of 10 to 20 seconds, stirring in between, okay? Okay guys, we're getting to smooth and silky stage now, okay? Couple of tips that I've learned along the way is to make sure that you keep stirring it because it might get burnt to the bottom of the pan, and try your best not to stick your finger in and eat all the mixture because I have found that very, very tough. Okay, so if it's nice and smooth and silky, so smooth and silky, we don't want any lumps. I don't know if you can see that. I've still got a couple, so I'm just going to carry on stirring it while I just tell you what the next step is. So the next step is to get your 100 grams of icing sugar. Here it is. And your sieve, you can turn, once it's done, you can turn it down to a really, really low heat now. And we're going to sieve in our icing sugar into our saucepan, okay? And then we're going to mix that in thoroughly. So I think mine is ready for it. I don't feel like I've got any lumps in there anymore. It's nice and smooth. Okay, so Brie is going to sieve in her icing sugar. Are you ready? So you sieve, make sure you hold it over the top, pop your icing sugar in, I'm sure you can see this, and then, yeah, there we go. I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh, concentrate, otherwise it all goes over the sides. Make sure you get all those bits, lumpy bits. Keep going. That seems to be taking a while. You can help the icing sugar through the sieve. It's taking a little while. Push it through. There we go. Okay, Brie has made a little bit of a mess, but mess is okay as long as you clear it up afterwards. Boom. Okay, okay, awesome. Mix that in now, guys, okay? Mix in that icing sugar into your chocolate mixture. Mix it all in so you can't see any more icing sugar and it looks nice and chocolatey, okay? I'm just going to quickly show you mixing that in now. We don't want to see any white icing sugar, okay? So we're going to keep mixing until that has disappeared. I'm going to show you again. There we go. By the way, I forgot to say that you can also jazz up. So I'm just doing a plain fudge, but you can jazz it up with nuts. If you haven't got an allergy to nuts, ask your parents. Raisins, sultanas, cornflakes, Rice Krispies, biscuits, all that kind of stuff. And then you can add it into the mixture just before we put it into the tin. Okay? So let Brie just show you the end result that I have got here. And then I shall show you the next step. Mix it, mix it. Get all that ice and sugar in. Here we go. Can you see? You cannot see much icing sugar at all anymore. Okay. I'll just carry on mixing and then I will show you the next step. Okay guys, I've now moved away from the hob with my nice, smooth and silky fudge mixture in the saucepan still. Remember it's hot, so be careful from moving it from the hob to your work surface. Make sure an adult helps you with this, or you're wearing oven gloves or using a tea towel or something to protect yourself. Make sure that you turn the hob off and the oven also. So now we are going to put the mixture into our tin. I have cut some parchment paper to the right size and I'm going to press the mixture into there. Right. Okay, awesome. Okay, here we are guys. I had to move the camera angle just so you could see this. So I'm going to press this in. Remember you need this to stop your mixture from sticking to the pan after being in the fridge. Okay, so now we're going to scoop all the mixture. Remember it said square 20 centimetre tin. I just have a circle one and I'm happy with that. It may be a very thick fudge, but that's okay. It's the trying that counts. So we're gonna scoop all of that in. If you can't get it all out with the wooden spoon, I may change my tactic here a little bit, guys. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna go and get my spoon that I had earlier for the condensed milk. Let's give that a bit of a wipe down. Wipe that off. And then I'm gonna continue to scoop with this. So I'm gonna scoop that off there. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Okay, I'm gonna put that to one side. Scoop the rest of the mixture. You want to get all of it out of there so you've got all of the fudge that you want. Okay. Try and get it all out. Okay, I think that's all that we're going to get out. Awesome. Brie will lick that saucepan later. Okay, you can use your fingers because you've washed your hands. Okay, now you use this spoon just to push it down into the pan. Make sure that you've got it all into the, if you've got a square one, into the corners. If you've got a circle one like Brie, into the edges, okay? And smooth it down. If you want to put any nuts or anything on the top, remember to check for allergies. You can press them into the top at this stage, okay? Now I feel like I've got a very thick fudge here, so it may need a little bit longer in the fridge. But continue to do this, push it down into the pan. Make sure it's nice and flat. Okay guys, as you can see, I've pushed this now down into my tin with the back of a spoon. Therefore it's nice and flat and even. Now we're going to pop it into the fridge for about 1 hour or until set, so it may need a bit longer. I know that you're going to be really eager to taste it, but we need to make sure that it's nice and set before you eat it. So what you need to do is clear a space in your fridge. Open it up and pop it in and just wait for an hour. Find something fun to do. Brie's going to give you some ideas of some activities. Oh dear, hello everybody. There's a door there. Okay guys, mix, 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 mix. One little thing to say, please try your best not to eat the mixture because I think a chef that eats this mixture, it just isn't very professional. And yeah, you just shouldn't even be tempted to eat it because even though it's lovely and chocolatey, you're going to have some later, so you should just be patient.